Bitch, for my first time ever even touching a lace front wig, baby, I did that. I bleached the knots myself. I have just like a little minor mess up right there, but you can barely even tell, baby. Once I saw my, and then look at this, the plucking game, baby. A first time skill, period. Okay, so today we are using Iseehair from AliExpress. This is Malaysian, 180 density and 14 inches, I believe. The hair was very soft, very shiny, the perfect amount of thickness, little to no shedding, point blank period, and very easy to bleach. Now right here, y'all see me just spraying the Got To Be Glue all over the wig, so just in case I over bleach it, since this is my first time, I just want to be safe, because girl, I ain't trying to go order a whole new wig and wait a whole nother week. That's out. Valentine's Day is tomorrow. I'm trying to look good. Trying to look good. Okay, so I flipped my wig inside out. I'm in a garage to bleach my hair because bleach be smelling too strong, and honey, I'm not trying to be up in my room suffocating because of the bleach smell. So I went down to the garage, about to mix up my concoction real quick, and we about to get into it. Okay, so right here, I was so proud of myself. This is a proud beginning bleaching moment because I put the right amount. I didn't have to do too much. I didn't have to do too little. I didn't have to mix, and keep on adding in unnecessary bleaching powder and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that I got the right consistency the first time. And yeah. Okay, so for all the girls that's on their first time themselves, make sure that your bleach is a toothpaste consistency, because if it's too runny, it will run through your knots and you will have blonde roots, and you do not want that. The next trick to laying bleach on a lace front is to have a very gentle hand. Use something flat such as a butter knife, so you can apply it way easier and you don't have to put too much pressure on it to where you will be seeping through the knots. So this is what you see me doing right here. I will also suggest, when you are applying the bleach to your lace, to start from the back, because if you start from the front and you notice that you have a heavy hand, then boom, the front of your hair is already screwed, you know? So I would really suggest that you start from the back and then work your way up to the front of the edges. One mistake I made was holding my lace through the other side of the wig, and I suggest that you guys do not do that because your hand will push in the bleach. Oh yeah, my beginner mistake was using bleach without gloves on, but luckily I didn't get no bleach on my skin because it will burn, it will burn, it will burn. So that's why I made sure I had me a towel and some water, so just in case I did get it on my hands or my fingers, I was able to automatically just wipe it off so no bleach can just be sitting on my skin. But do it with gloves, ladies. Since I was using a 30 developer, the 30 developer only takes about 30 to 40 minutes to bleach the hair completely. So this is how it looked after I had used purple conditioner to wash out some of the brassiness, and it came out pretty well. Okay, so we got through the first crucial part, was bleaching the lots completely. And the second crucial part is plucking. So I suggest when you pluck to hold the hair down and to move side to side. Do not stay in one spot because you might over pluck and end up with a bald spot and you cannot recover from that. So move side to side and pluck to your desire. I also would suggest you parting the hair and plucking and parting and plucking and parting. I did this off camera. Another thing, plucking requires a lot of patience. If you do not have patience, you will not see the results or get the results that you want. Plucking takes about from 30 to an hour, probably a day or two if you're slacking. If you're wondering why I keep stumbling over my words, it is because I have retainers in my mouth. But right here, you guys just see me applying the Got To Be Glued spray so I can mold my edges back so they can be protected when I do apply the glue and my wig. I suggest anytime you're molding your edges down or drying your lace glue to use a cool setting or your blow dryer so you can sit there comfortably and you could be way more patient because you're not burning your skin. Okay, so you do not have to pull your stocking cap all the way down if you don't want to. I just did this because it thins it out even more and it gives it a better blend. Right here, this step is pretty self-explanatory. You can use Got To Be Glued spray. You can use Got To Be Glued glue gel. You can use lace glue, etc., etc. I was gonna use lace glue, but I didn't know if this was gonna be a fail or if it was gonna be magnificent. So I didn't want to put that type of glue on my forehead because I didn't know if I had to snatch it off or not. So yeah. Put the motherfucking money in the bag. Put the motherfucking money in the bag, bitch. Put the money in the bag. I look dumb as fuck. Put the money in the bag. Okay, y'all. So right here, after I was done drying up my Got To Be glue on my edges to lay the ball cap down, I got my little eyeshadow palette and mixed two colors together, a lighter color and a darker color, because I did not have any type of foundation, so I had to make it do what it do. I had to, you feel me, improvise for a cool minute. So I didn't think it was gonna work out at first because the eyeshadow palette is not my skin color at all, so I had to make it my skin color in some type of way. So here y'all just see me just cutting off the excess stocking cap. Ladies, make sure you moisturize your scalp and give your scalp a nice massage so you can get blood flowing while everything is tied underneath the stocking cap and the lace front. Because if you don't, you will have an itchy scalp and you will not be able to enjoy your hairstyle because every day you're going to wake up trying to get to your scalp because it itches so bad. So make sure you moisturize your scalp, you oil your scalp, you maintain your hair underneath the lace front. Oh no, this look a mess. This is the true definition of trust a process. But right here, y'all just see me using some styling foam to smooth down my hair so I can get a better idea and image of what my hair would look like before I glue it down. Okay, so since I didn't have the right foundation and I had to make do with what I had, which was my eyeshadow palette, apart to see if the color would match. So once I got my hair nice and flat, I left my wig on my head so I can tweeze it some more and see how much I should be tweezing and when I wanted to stop tweezing. And this way was way easier than me just tweezing on my wig stand head. I do not care how long it takes to pluck this hairline out, but honey, it has to be done. If you do not take the time to pluck out your hairline, you might as well just get you a synthetic wig and call it the day. Another plucking tip that helped me out was the pulling method is when you pull your hair upwards so you can see how much more you should pluck so you don't over pluck. And this really came in clutch for me because when you just have your hair regular and relaxing, you can't really see how natural it will be. So you have to add tension to the hairline so you can pluck to your desire. Plucking can turn into a really messy process really quick. So make sure when you are plucking your hair and you comb through your hair to get the excess hair out, that you keep track of that hair and you just throw it automatically in the trash can. And ladies, if you know you're going to want you some baby hair, make sure you pre-part and section out your baby hair before you start to lay down a lace, because it is going to make it way easier on you, especially if you're a beginner like me. So I definitely made sure I picked out all the hair I wanted. And then after that, I just started plucking to get a natural, realistic hairline. And when you're pulling out your hair, be generous because at the end of the day, they are baby hairs. They're not meant to be thick and, and it just makes it look unnatural. So if you don't know how to really finesse a wig, I would suggest that you really be picky with how much hair you bring out into your edges. Okay, so after I picked out where I want my baby hairs to be, I used my styling foam to slick back the hair on my edges so I can continue plucking. Okay, so this is how my hair looks when I do the pull method. As you can see, it looks pretty natural. I could do a little bit more plucking if I choose to. Very much scalp. Y'all can't tell me this don't look like scalp. And this little ponytail back here cute, but period. Now we just gotta glue it down. I did pretty good for my first steal, bitch. I haven't put no hot comb in it. Nothing but foam and my little broke down comb right here. Period. So you girls got no excuse for no fucked up lace, cause this is my first time ever even doing a lace.
I'm gonna put Got to Be Glue right there because I don't trust this on my little baby hairs right there, so.
Okay, when you're using lace glue, it always consists of layers. If you put one layer on, of course your lace front wig is not going to last more than a week because it's only one layer of glue. But if you put multiple layers on, then you might be set for a week or two. And make sure you spread it out evenly, and make sure that you let it dry completely, like as clear as it can get. It takes a lot of patience for this part, but if you don't want to tacky lace, if you don't want your lace to be all torn up, like who did it and what for, then I suggest that you have patience. Okay, so I do not know why this part kind of confused me a bit and why I was so mind boggled as to where I was going to lay my hairline of my lace. But I ended up doing it, and I was making sure that it was not on my forehead because I'm not trying to be walking around looking like Dorothy and Pippi Longstocking. Okay, the next step, which I kind of was rushing to do, was pressing the glue into your scalp. You need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And after you press it in, then go ahead and grab your scarf or your elastic band or whatever you have access to at the time and tie it down so it can give you a melted look and it can dry properly. Please make sure you have the time in the day to do this, because if you like your hair a certain type of way and your man is on his way in 30 minutes, honey, this is not the hairstyle you should be doing. You better find you something else to do, because doing a wig install and laying a lace, baby, this take virtue and patience. You don't want to be rushing, trying to get all cute and woody whoop whoop. Really so hyped to see the results because I was really just trusting my process and did it with confidence, and that's all it takes. Alright, then I'm gonna go ahead and push these back real quick. So as y'all can see, since I laid my edges down the first time, they're already facing in a downward position. So therefore, when I cut my lace and be ready to do my baby hairs, I don't have to fight with my baby hairs to face downward. And they could already be in a good position for me to tweak them how I want to tweak them. Okay, y'all, this never fails. Every time I'm doing a client hair or I'm doing my hair, I'm always looking around for a comb, scissors, edge control, or something, and it'd be right next to me, and I just can't find it for some reason. So every time y'all see me just looking lost, that's exactly why. Another tip I want to give out is to cut your lace in sections. Do not cut it in all one piece, because if you don't know what you're doing, then it's going to be hectic and you're going to be at weird angles trying to find a way to make your part not look like a straight line. Not your part, but the way you cut it, because if you don't cut it in a zigzag pattern, it's going to look like it's a wig on your head. Okay, so right here I was just loosening up my baby hairs from the glue and just brushing them out so I get more of an idea of how I would like to lay my edges. Okay, so when I remove my elastic band, a little bit, like little specks of the lace was lifting up just a tad bit. It wasn't because I didn't tack in the glue. It was because I didn't put the glue far enough on my forehead to glue the little small parts that was lingering. So I just got my Got2b glue spray, sprayed it on the lace, and put the elastic back on there and laid it again. Ladies, make sure when you're applying got to be glue or lace front glue, don't apply too much, because if it doesn't melt right into your lace, then it will look tacky and white and weird. Okay, so here after I removed my elastic band, I had used some of my styling foam to loosen up the got to be glue that was on my edges, and I combed through them to make sure they weren't too thick and to see if I wanted to pluck them a little bit more or whatnot. Another tip I can give you guys is to tweeze your baby hairs. Any baby hairs you put out, they're most likely going to be too thick and they won't give you a natural slayed look. So you should tweak your baby hairs, tweeze them as much as you can. Don't tweeze them too much to where you ain't got nothing to slay back, but make sure you do it to where it's a good amount, because everybody know baby hairs aren't thick. They're supposed to be on the borderline of thin and full, if you know what I'm saying. So like I said in the last clip, the shorter the better. I would really suggest that you guys use an eyebrow shaver for this part, because it gives you more precise cut. And if you use scissors and your scissors too big and bulky and they're not hair scissors, then you're going to have trouble trying to get the desired length if you don't know what you're doing. And no, I did not leave my baby hairs this long. I eventually started to shape them to my face and how I would like them later on in the future clips. And let me tell y'all, the holy grail of the ending process of you styling your wig to your desire is got to be glue spray, a hot comb, a flat iron, and foam. I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all. If y'all really want that good look, y'all gonna have to cop some hair styling mousse for sure. So as soon as I started my first snippet of baby hairs, I already knew I was going to have some complications with this. So I just had this voice echoing in my head, the shorter the better, the shorter the better. So that's exactly what I did. Later on in the clip, I just kept cutting until I got the desired baby hairs I wanted. Okay, I was able to get my baby hairs laid. I'm just gonna go in with this and okay, so depending on how melted your lace front is to your skin, you can always use foundation or mix up some pigments to make it look close to your skin color. So that's what I did right here. Since I did not have any type of foundation, I used my eyeshadow palette. I used the dark brown and I used a light kind of shimmery color, but you could barely even tell that it was shimmery. So of course, when I do go and get me some foundation, I will wash my lace and reapply the foundation that's supposed to be my skin color. Honey, LaceWig, please tell me. Please tell me where the lace at. Let me know where the lace at. Let me stand up so you hoes can get into it. Where the lace at? First time, period. And so throughout the whole process, this was my favorite part. just love mousse, period. I love styling foam, period. Even when I'm doing my clients' hair, that's my favorite part, is to apply the styling foam, just because it's foam. Like, I'm even in love with the soap foam. When I was finishing up my look, I did not have to use a flat iron nor a hot comb, luckily, because the density was 180 and it was a good amount of hair, so I didn't really have to tame it in no type of way. I didn't really have no bumpy hair. Hey y'all, so this is the finished so period. I did that. Go back. I'm so proud of myself. But period. Well, stay tuned for the next one, babies. See y'all later. These niggas gon' ride the wave. These niggas gon' copy for days. These niggas gon' ride the wave.